Survival games can sometimes feel very saturated in terms of polishment. In fact, when you bring up survival titles, for some players it can bring a huge boost of discouragement. Most of the time, survival games are infamous for having an early access label right next to them, and filled with major issues that never seem to go away, especially the survival games. Although early access labels can sometimes be very tricky to understand, and they oftentimes feel like a forever going cycle that never reaches its end, in most cases it does. Games I have on today's list are a pure example as to what is possible to achieve even if the game doesn't necessarily release in fully polished state, and most importantly, something to consider. The games that we'll talk about today are solely designed to kill time and designed to be enjoyed even by yourself. With that being said, at number 1 we have The Planet Crafter. You come late from work, extremely exhausted, and you want to play something casual, something that does not require much thinking in terms of having a plan. You just want to play a game that guides you through, gives you tasks, and reveals what's possible. Then you're set on your way. This game is a pure example of just that. Imagine playing a survival game that also carries the name of being extremely relaxing. I bet you didn't know that something like that was even possible. Not with survival games, right? Well, it sure is. You land on a planet that is extremely toxic and ruined. No life form of any sort, well, except maybe for bacteria. This planet is filled with materials, ores, and sunlight. It is your job to occupy this planet and make something of it. Deform if necessary, but for a good cause. You settle in, build a workstation, which becomes permanent home, and reconstruct the planet for the better. As you put in hours into this title, the atmosphere around you changes. It shortly starts to breathe again. You begin to discover slight and yet very impactful changes all around you. Life is finally forming. The Planet Crafter might not seem like your stereotypical survival game packed with challenges and threats, but the amount of quality present within the survival game is very much worth every dime spent. This game alone inspired me to create this list in the first place, and without the Planet Crafter, this wouldn't be possible. At number 2, we have Wrong World. Now, if you ever wanted to play a survival game and absolutely laugh your butt off, either due to the sense of humor or simple lack of everything, this game is golden because it's just so disconnected from reality. It's wild, and it makes you question every decision behind this game. Who needs a hammer or an axe to get wood? Just use your forehead. It serves no purpose anyways. Although the player base for Wrong World is small, the reviews and ratings on Steam state that none of that really matters. This game is strange, weird, and all the above, but one thing that it does well is kill time, which is why it's on my list. In number 3, we have Outpath. Now, this is by far probably the newest of them all. I mean, the game literally just came out. When you combine Minecraft with Forger together, you get Outpath. This survival game is claimed to be a clicker game, but you can certainly change that in your settings and turn it into a mouse holder game. Highly recommend that you do that, by the way. Basically, you start off with a small island, and as you gather material and resources, you gain XP points, which will help you unlock more cubic islands. And later, it will all add up and make a difference in your gameplay. You can create buildings and workstations, tools, weapons. You can also create automated factories, which will significantly help you with the grind for resources. The idea behind this game is very interesting and very much appealing. Once again, right now we're talking about games that captivate people's attention and help you kill time, basically. None of these games are AAA, of course, but some of us will be more than pleased to have casual games like these. When you're tired after work and you had a rough day, you need something minimal, in other terms effortless, something to clear up your mind. The only downside of these survival games is lack of multiplayer opportunities, but that only affects a specific group of players. Some of these titles can certainly be enjoyed with a friend or two, but not having it doesn't necessarily take away the fun from the game, and that's the most important thing. The bottom line is you don't need a AAA game to have a blast. Maybe all you need is a good idea behind it and perhaps an open-minded approach in your set. And if you happen to be sad or upset over something that happened today while watching this video or prior to it, I hope your day gets better. Whatever the root cause of it all can be, just know it's just not worth worrying about it. This was your boy Roos, and I'm out. Goodbye.